food, solids. I think I mentioned something about it a minute ago, but I want to say I don't like to feel stuffed. When I eat too much, there's satisfaction, and then there's I'm full. If I eat slow enough, I'll know when satisfaction has hit. And actually, satisfaction is pretty soon. But now sometimes I will do, as soon as I don't feel hungry anymore, I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to stop now. For a sleeper, they'd be full right now. I just feel not hungry anymore, so maybe I should stop, but it's not enough food. So I was making some mistakes, I think, in the beginning. And even just meeting the number of calories. Sometimes by the time I would get to 600 calories, a shake was just making me feel so full. And then I'm supposed to put some more stuff on top of that. And I decided at this point I was going to have one little solid thing on my little saucer per day, solid, like, some like a fillet of salmon and and then some vegetables or something. But that was making me feel really full. So I found that to be fascinating, and I don't like to feel full. And I was blaming the fact that I was getting full, and feeling so stuffed and whatnot, on the scale not budging much. But I also think another thing was happening as I'm starting to work out more and go longer distances and take on more inclines and stuff, and I'm lifting weights a little more regularly, not as regular as I would like to, but muscle's coming back, and I'm taking in more protein. I've never concentrated in my life on how much protein I take in. And what I realize from what I'm doing right now is that as, back as a normal person, a pre-non-surgical sleeve person, I didn't focus on how much protein, and I wasn't taking in enough protein. And I get a physical once a year. And this last time that I went, I go usually in January, my doctor said, you've lost 10% of your muscle mass in the last year. Now I understand why. And I am probably growing some muscle mass back. I'm so happy about that, because my idol, my body idol, is Ernestine. What's her last name? Ernestine Shepherd is my body idol. And in order for me to do like her, she's a lot older than me, but my goal is, she started lifting weights in her 50s. And the pictures that you see of her now, she's in her 70s. That's my intention. I was accepted into the Bariatric Support Group at West Hills Hospital. What's cool to me is that they, accepted me into this, even though they knew that at this point I may not have the surgery. Of course, they might be like my therapist, and deep down they're thinking, yeah, she's going to get the surgery for sure. But then again, the woman who is the organizer of it, the director of it, I talked to her on the phone, and she's the one who first said to me, she's like, yeah, you've got to, your increased sensitivity, the increased sensitivity of your appetite sensor is something that you want to respect now. You have done work to get it that way. So you want to respect it and, listen to it, adhere to what it's saying. And exactly like sleeve people are about their sleeve now, listening to it, getting to know it. What do you like? What do you don't like? Oh, another similarity I was going to say, I get nauseous sometimes after eating, and I don't know what that's about, and I get full so quickly now compared to before. My doggy bags that I bring home, if I do a restaurant, they're heavy. And I'm like, damn, I used to put that whole thing in, but they're heavy, and I'm so grateful. And I'm splitting up food lasting like 3 and 4 days and whatnot. And I don't mind leftovers. Clusie, I think that's how you say her name. I love her. Okay. But anyway, I think she was saying, she doesn't like leftovers. I don't mind. I don't mind. I got the same taste buds and whatnot because they didn't cut my nerves to my stomach and everything. So yeah, my taste buds have not changed. It's either good or it's not. If it's good, I'm gonna like it. But anyway, the bariatric support group. So we're sitting in a circle, and at the certain point, they are going around and we're introducing ourselves to each other and a moment of our story. And so the first two had the sleeve, and they were both really happy. One was a lady like in her 40s, and she's lost like 150 pounds. 3 or 4 of her friends have also done it, and they're fine and everything. And then the next lady, she looks to be like in her 60s or whatever, and she's lost about 100 pounds. Really happy. She passed out some pictures and here's what I used to, and loved it. Life is good. The next lady had the sleeve. Then never ever lost any weight, gained a little weight, had 2 heart attacks, and they are telling her that if she has another heart attack, it will probably kill her. She's in her 40s. And when I heard the first 2 stories, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so uncomfortable because these folks are having the sleeve, and I'm going to tell them I'm not having it. I'm not doing it. But then this lady's story comes up, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm still like, oh my gosh, Then the next lady has not had the surgery yet. Well, by now she's had it. This group meets once a month, and this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But anyway, she was having the surgery in like a week, and it was cool because we all got to, especially the folks who haven't had it, got to ask a lot of questions of the folks who have had it. And so then there's the guy, and his wife was there as support, and he had it, and then there was a husband, and then his wife. And I exchanged numbers with this lady. She's so cool. She's had the surgery, I don't know how many months ago, but she's waiting to get thin enough or, to release enough weight that she can have surgery on her knees. So she's in a wheelchair right now. I just absolutely adore this person, and we exchanged numbers. I can't wait to be friends. And then my turn. So I told my story. I felt at this point I could tell my true story. And I did. I was kind of cool. And it's so weird kind of feeling that peer pressure thing. I was in God, I feel funny saying but yeah, I told the true story. And the fact that I hope to not have the surgery. And really at this point, I don't think I'm having it. It's so weird. I don't know if it's my meta tags or what, but now that I have started, naming my videos non-surgical and whatnot, I'm the YouTube system is recommending to me that I watch these videos where people are now expressing things like, I had this problem, I had ulcers, I have this, I have that, post-surgery issues, that small percentage of folks who can have those things are showing up on YouTube to me now, and they weren't showing up to me before April 21st, which I think is really interesting. But to each his own. My friends who've had the procedure and my therapist who had it like a long time ago, they're all fine. They're just fine and happy. Happy as hell. Yep. But so am I. So there's that. And I told my story, and these ladies were really supportive. And and also what was cool was the surgeon who was going to do my surgery and who did or is going to do all these people's surgery around me, he was there too. So he got to hear the truth, because I had made up something about my schedule or something about why I couldn't do the surgery right then. I was kind of like, let me get back to you on another date. But now he got to hear why I really canceled. So that was kind of cool to be straight up with him. And I think he respects. He better. Lastly, there are going to be some videos. Resistance. That's something that I've been head first in. And down below, there's a video that I recommend that you watch. It's a whole workshop that they've just they let us have for free. Wayne Dyer. And it's on how to beat resistance or something like that. But resistance, come on, same thing as head hunger, really. It's right in there. And so I just check it out. If it's for you, good. If it's not, fine. I'm all over it. Just saying. I am going to have videos where I share the rest of my process because this is not just physical. Physical meaning what we eat and what we do, how much we exercise and how many calories we take in and burn. No, it's way more than that. It is mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual. Those are all parts of, we're a 4-part package, each of us, body, mind, spirit, and emotion. So I keep saying by any means necessary. I am confronting this from all angles, and I want to share that with you. So those videos will say the word metaphysical in the titles, but I look forward to creating them and stuff. So I hope you're good. I hope you're good. I'm good. I'm good. Yep, I'm gonna go for my walk now. Sitting over here in the sun has been kind of nice, and it's about to go away. Fitbit. Ooh, damn. Only 3,400 steps today, and I really wanted to get to 7,000. It's 6:07 p.m., so I gotta go. But it's been awesome. And don't forget, we're just the same. You and me, you and me, you and me. We got this.